Used to have friends, now I got enemies. Used to keep them close, now they dead to me. Used to have friends, now I got enemies. Enemies, yeah, so sad. I said I would never get this far.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Y'all been waiting. Are y'all ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's go. Let's go. Y'all know what this is. This is Tough Love. I'm Mario J. We are going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Listen, I am man enough to admit when I am wrong. I am man enough to come to you guys and admit when I am wrong. Let me apologize to Hassan Campbell. Let me apologize to Hassan Campbell right now because I was looking at his coverage on the Tekashi 6ix9ine interview and something struck me. Something struck me that I don't think a lot of people picked up on or whatever case may be. I know a lot of people don't like Hassan. There's a lot of things going around with them, a lot of antics going on, but it's something that he said. So I wanted to apologize because I really felt like, you know what I'm saying, for the last couple months, he ain't really been spot on. But I think I missed this, or I for some reason, you know, I was scrolling. I was like, hey, let me check this out real quick or whatever. So he was giving commentary on the interview with Tekashi 6ix9ine with the I guess the owner of the Shade Room. She is the worst interviewer ever. Like seriously, I felt like Tekashi 6ix9ine was interviewing his damn self, first of all. But he said some things about Tekashi 6ix9ine which made me go watch the interview. So I wanted to have a real conversation with you guys, and I think you're gonna find this very interesting. Here's the thing. Hassan Campbell was saying that why should Tekashi 6ix9ine be loyal to people who are disloyal to him? And I said, okay, good point. And he said, you know what? The number one rule in the streets is about being loyalty. It's about being loyal. And my thing about it is when you don't have loyalty amongst thieves, then what do you have? Which made me want to go watch Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't think I've ever heard. Have I ever heard any of his music? I don't know. I don't know. But I was listening to the young man, and it's so funny because it's interesting when you. The only thing I really know about Tekashi 6ix9ine is that he was a snitch, and I think he's like this major troll or whatever. But it was interesting to hear him break down the situation and why he did what he did. And I was sitting there and I was saying, okay, well, he said that the people that were around him that he decided to go and be friends with or whatever case to be, their job was basically to give him the street cred that he needed, to watch his back, to be loyal to him. And somewhere in the mix of that, they were doing a lot of crazy shit. Got him kidnapped, sleeping with his baby moms, his girlfriend, just taking money from him and just doing things to show that they wasn't moving accordingly. Now, my thing about it is, I want to ask a real question to y'all. If you are facing jail time, how many of your friends would do the time for you? How many of your friends would do the time for you? I want to get into some real street conversation right now because I think Tekashi, he proved a point. He proved a serious point about street life, real shit. And I was shocked because it's things that you think you already know, especially being from an urban community, especially being from a projects. But when you hear it out loud, it almost sounds like, yeah, it's almost like, are we mad at Tekashi 6ix9ine because he snitched or because he was brave enough to do what he did and still show face, do what he did and still make money? And it's almost like you got to sit down and you have to listen to what the hell he's talking about. And here's the thing. I'm looking at the interview and I'm like, okay, well, what the hell is he gonna say that really make me goddamn feel like you really saying some shit? What the hell you about to tell me? You a snitch, you a rat, you are the lowest of the lowest. And as he started talking, I'm just like, That shit makes sense. Can you think about this? Let's say you bring you have a homeboy or a homegirl, you bring them around you or whatever case may be, and they ain't really got nothing. They ain't got clothes, they ain't got money, they ain't got a place to stay, and you give them that shit. You provide that shit, and then on the premise of we cool. You my ace boon coon, you my ride or die, you my homie. And your homie decides that they want to do some shit that's gonna fuck you over. They are clearly doing things, they're showing that they're disloyal, they're not trustworthy, etc., etc., etc. Let me ask you a question. Why should you be loyal to that? Why should you be loyal to people that were disloyal to you? To people that didn't give a damn about you? Now, I know we have this whole thing about this street code bullshit, but you got to ask yourself, would you do time for people that was disloyal to you? And then he said some things in reference to Meek Mills and Jay-Z and all these other things. And I was thinking about this shit. Do you really think that if put in the same position where people are doing things to your girlfriend, they've done things in reference to get you kidnapped, they've taken your money, they've done everything to disrespect you, why be loyal to that? And I'm going to be honest with you, whether it's 50 Cent, whether it's Rick Ross, whether it's Snoop Dogg, Nipsey Hussle, I really don't believe someone's going to say, well, I'm just going to do the jail time. I'm just going to do the jail time. And when he said that shit, I'm just like, that shit makes sense. Because you got to think about it. Some of y'all got ex-girlfriends and ex-boyfriends. And the second that y'all split up, they start talking a whole bunch of shit about you. They start telling everybody everything, whether it was true or not, but they start running their motherfucking mouth. So my thing about it is, are we mad at Tekashi 6ix9ine for being a man and saying, oh, I ain't having this fuck shit? I'm not about to do time for people that was disloyal to me. I'm not about to waste the rest of my life and rot in jail while you guys are out here spending my money. I'm telling you right now, Tekashi 6ix9ine has taught people a valuable lesson. And this is to all the young men and women that do the gang shit and that love the street life and love that fast life and all that shit. Tekashi 6ix9ine has taught you guys a valuable lesson. I encourage you to go look at Tekashi 6ix9ine, the Shade Room interview, and sit back and actually really listen to it. Because I think that, you know what I'm saying, people got kind of get it misconstrued in reference to saying, you know what, I am going to go to jail and I'm going to go do time over bullshit. Then when I get out of jail, I'm going to have a difficulty trying to find a job, trying to be a productive citizen, because no one's going to trust me or no one's going to give me a job and give me the opportunities that I would love to have. If Tekashi 6ix9ine is not a symbol of, you know what, I need to evaluate the motherfuckers that I'm hanging around. I really need to look at the people that I'm hanging around and ask myself, is the bullshit that we doing actually worth it? Because here's the thing, some people getting football numbers. They getting football numbers. What does that mean? That means they getting double digits. They getting double digits. And this is how this shit works. Most people don't have money for a lawyer, so they get a public defender. The public defender doesn't have time to really sit down and worry about your ass, right? So they don't have time to sit down and worry about your ass. So what they tell you to do is plead out. I tell you what, we'll give you, you'll only serve a year, you know, and then we'll put you on 3 months of probation. But had you had a lawyer, someone that you can actually pay to say, hey, look, I'm not taking no time and I ain't doing no damn probation. All I did was jaywalk. You know, all I did was steal a piece of candy out the goddamn store. Tekashi 6ix9ine's story is so magnificent because every single time throughout history, we've heard that rats don't get anything productive. We heard that being a rat is not beneficial. But for him, it was. For him, it was. And I'm not saying, and I look at being, matter of fact, let's listen to his words in reference to what a snitch is. What is a snitch, honestly? When we say what is a snitch, let's hear it from the horse's mouth what he think a snitch is.
What's your definition of a snitch? Let's start there.
A snitch is somebody, I feel like a snitch will do anything to get out of a situation. You know what I'm trying to say? Like a snitch will get faced with something and would just give up their mother, their brother, everybody, their whole camp just to be free. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the lowest of the lowest. A rat, right? Mm-hmm. A rat is somebody who betrays their beloved ones. You know what I'm saying? For an escape. You know what I'm trying to say? Like rats crawl through the littlest holes. You know what I'm saying? Rats like have no bones. They just get out of situations. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like that's not me. You know what I'm trying to say?
And so if you had to define how you're different from a snitch, in what ways?
I feel like I'm the realest person in the world. I feel like I'm the realest and I'm the most...
The realest person in the world.
Okay, and why so?
Well, we're going to get into it. I feel like...
Well, let's get into, let's get into the snitch thing just a little bit further, because I want us to be on the same page with what we're talking about and like what the definition is and all that.
If you guys want to check out the interview, go over there to the Shade Room, check out the interview with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I really didn't like the interview. I thought some of the questions that she was asking was kind of, bubblegumish. But he said he feels like he's the realest person in the world. Let me say something. Sometimes we get opportunities to actually be great. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we get opportunities to actually have the tough goddamn conversation and do the things that a lot of other people would not do if faced with. We get those moments of greatness. Tekashi 6ix9ine had a moment of greatness. If I snitch, it's going to be a lot of people who don't like what I'm doing. If I tell, it's going to be a lot of people. This is against the street code. This man says, I feel like I'm the realest person on earth. And I got to sit here and I say, well, why would he think that he the fucking realest person on earth? How many people would have said, I am not going to be loyal to a code that is not loyal to me? Think about it. Think about how many men and women are in jail right now that were loyal to a code that wasn't loyal to them. They don't get money for commissary. They don't get visits. They don't get any type of support while in jail. When they get out of jail, those same people that they was rolling with and riding with and they was doing all the crime and gang banging and smoking and drinking and partying, now they nowhere to be found. Now that they moved on with their life, loyal to people that's not loyal to you. So he decided instead of going the long way around, I'm going to go ahead and skip the jump right now. You know what? Hell no. This person did this. This person did this. This person did that. I'm done. I'm out. Peace. Is that a man move? To make that hard decision to say it's me against the world. It's me against the world. Is that being a man? Because we say that men make the hard decisions, right? According to Hassan Campbell, why should he be loyal to a street code that's not loyal to him? If your job as a big homie is to look out for me, be trustworthy, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that I'm good through and through, not steal my money, not sleep with my girl. If this is the job of the big homie, to keep you good, and you're not fulfilling the duties and responsibilities of the big homie, well, I got to call foul on the play. Tekashi called foul on the play. I'm not going to be loyal to you. I'm not going to do time for you. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm a little shocked that I'm agreeing with him. I'm a little shocked. Somebody says, dude is a joke. He is not a street dude. He's just a guy who loves... Listen to me. Listen. We know he's not a street dude. We know Tekashi 6ix9ine is just a Mexican dude who grew up, I guess, in Brooklyn. And like I said before earlier, you might have missed it, right? Here's the thing. Tekashi needed that street cred. So he went and got people who had the street cred. Now, the people with the street cred, those are the people he was supposed to continue to be loyal to. People got greedy, demanded more money. People started messing with taking money. Come on, if you listen to the interview, it's very interesting. And here's the thing, when you outline, I am supposed to be loyal to disloyal people. Let's talk about GDs, Vice Lords, Latin Kings, Bloods, Crips, huh? MS-13. Let's talk about gang shit. Blood in, blood out. Let's talk about gang shit. Can you imagine being a part of an organization? Can you imagine being a member of a gang, right? That's disloyal to you. Huh? Suppose they sleep with your girlfriend. Suppose they take your money. Would you then say, now that I'm in the feds, or now that I'm looking at law enforcement in the face, and they say, listen, you can give them up, or we gonna put this shit on you? What would you do? A lot of y'all hiding behind the internet right now talking about, yeah, I would have just took the time. You lying. You lying. You lying. You lying. What's popping? You lying. We're not saying that Tekashi 6ix9ine is the hardest dude in the world. We're not saying that people ain't after his neck. Hell yeah. And that's why he's paying the money he's paying for the security. We're not worried about that. We're saying that Tekashi 6ix9ine, did he man up? Did he do something that men should do? Or did he get lucky and just it ended up working out for him? Can you imagine sitting in a cell and you have a whole organization behind you? You got a whole organization after you, you know, and everybody that believes in the street code that Tekashi is a snitch, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you decide to go through with it. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And saying, if I go and I say, you know what, I'm gonna turn feds, I'm gonna actually be a witness, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm asking you guys right now, how many people would say, I'm going to tell on this organization. I'm going to tell on these people that should be loyal to me, that's not loyal to me. Would you do that? Would you do that? Some of y'all right now know that if y'all were to get into a jam, the people around you would snitch on your ass fast as shit. You know it. You know it. You know that if they were sitting in an interrogation room in front of the good cop and bad cop in the cold room or the hot room and for hours, they would snitch on you. They would snitch on you fast as shit. It probably wouldn't even take a goddamn month. It would take hours. For some people, it would take minutes. And here's the thing. That's why people say do your dirt all by your lonely. How many people believe that the people that they hang with right now, they solid? They solid. They would never tell on you. They would never say, you know what, hey, we just gonna do time together. You want to do time? Who wants to do time? Who wants to do time? Who wants to be away from their kids? Who wants to have their freedom taken away? Who wants to be told when to shower? Who wants to be told when to wake up, to go to sleep, when they can get gym pop? Who wants to be told this? You got an opportunity. And this is what happens when you have people that live by a street code. And this is what I try to talk to young men and women about in regards to saying, you know, you have to realize the people that you're dealing with. It is all fun and games when you out there doing your thing. It's all fun and games. We throwing up gang signs. We wearing certain colors, and don't get it twisted, because I understand street life. I understand how gangs operate, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I understand that for some people, it's a sense of belonging. For some people, it's a sense of a parental unit. Like, this is my family. You know what I'm saying? And I get guidance from the big homies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But my thing about it is, people have to realize that no one is provocating, I'm going to do time. I'm ready to do some goddamn time. Because that's the only thing we have, time. And when that's taken away from you, now what we're doing is now we're trying to catch up and rekindle with time. You're going to lose time out of your children's life. You're going to lose time in society just trying to be a productive citizen and having the freedoms to go which and wherever you want to. So here's the thing. Who wants to lose time? Who's willing to say, man, fuck this? I'm ready to do some time. I don't think people built like that, to be honest with you. I don't think people are built like that. And I think that people who have been incarcerated, especially for long amount of time or whatever, it changes you. Your psyche changes. And you come out to a whole new world and you try to discover new things. But now I'm gonna tell you right now, it's scary. It's scary because here's the thing. People now are saying, if you've been incarcerated, we shouldn't celebrate you if you die. We shouldn't worry about you because you were a criminal. You are a criminal. You have a rap sheet. You've been incarcerated. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We ain't worrying about you paying no debt to society because in our mind, you're nobody. Maybe Tekashi didn't want that. Maybe he didn't want that. Now, however he struck his deal to get his millions of dollars and whatever he worked out or whatever, we get it. And we do understand that all snitches are not in a position of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Maybe he said, I'm only snitching because I know I have millions. I have millions coming. Somebody says, I only would think, let me see if I can hit this real quick. Hold on. I only would think he wrong if he snitched on them while they did nothing to him. Yeah. Check this out. I read quick, okay? But the fact of the matter, I get exactly what you're saying. Here's the thing. If he snitched on them and they were loyal to him, right? They was doing everything right by him. You know, they was riding for him. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't take my money. You don't sleep with my girl. You don't try to kidnap me. You know what I'm saying? And you don't do those things. But my whole thing about it is people are saying he still shouldn't have snitched. And I'm asking you guys right now, how many of those people that say he should not have snitched because it's against the street code would have did the same thing in Tekashi 6ix9ine place? Would they have snitched? Hey, we putting football numbers in front of you. So you want me to go to jail for X, Y, and Z for this many years to protect people that have disrespected me, that has kidnapped me, that have slept with my girl. And my thing about it is it's like this. Let's make this more reasonable, because for a lot of people, they ain't gonna get this shit. They ain't gonna get this shit, right? Imagine your girlfriend or your boyfriend, your significant other, right? You guys rocking out. Y'all riding hard, right? Y'all do everything together. Shit, you start goddamn, you start stealing cable. You listen to me though. You start fucking stealing cable. You got all the channels, goddammit. You watching Cinemax. You watching HBO. Huh? You watching all the nasty channels. Ooh. You getting all the channels. Y'all split up. Right? Y'all split up. Y'all split up. It's a crazy breakup. Like you cursing her out, she cursing you out, etc., etc. It's a crazy breakup, right? They decide to go to the police and tell the police, hey, this person's stealing cable. Right? So the police come and get you or whatever case be. They find out, yeah, you were stealing cable, etc., etc., etc. But the police is so tricky, right? They so smooth. They said, you know what? If you can prove that this other person, right, was doing something wrong too, we'll lessen your sentence. Oh shit. Did I just come up with a good story? I think I did. Yes, I did. We'll lessen your sentence. Instead of giving you 5 years, we'll only give you 2. You'll probably be out in 1. Would you do it? Would you do it? Would you snitch? Or would you do the time? Because that's what the street tell you to do. Somebody said, no, sir. Who would do it? Who would say, oh, hell no, I'm not about to do this time. Let me tell you, shit, they cheating on their insurance. They running tolls and not paying tolls. I'm being petty, y'all, being petty. But listen to me, would you do it? If you get the opportunity, somebody, hey, there's people saying, no, sir, not me. You's a motherfucking lie. You gonna do the time, or you gonna say, hell no, hey, shit, fuck that, I'll be out in the year, because I'm about to snitch. I'm about to snitch right now. Huh? I don't even know y'all I'm about to snitch. Huh? Somebody said I'm doing the time and dealing with them in jail. Okay, I hear you. But what's the chances y'all going to the same jail though? What's the chances y'all going to the same jail? Some of y'all ain't got clout like that. Huh? What's the chances you're going to the same jail? You're gonna be in the same pod. Come on, some of y'all don't know how jail work. Some of y'all don't know how jail work. Come on now. The fact of the matter is, people are making decisions that best support them. So when you doing crime and you think you with your ride or die, you think you with your ace boom coon, huh? Your number one, right? Your rider. Will they ride for you? Will they do the time for you? If they're sitting down there and they say, we gonna give you 10 years if you don't tell us what Mario J was doing. We're gonna give you 10 years. The question is, will you snitch? Right now, you're in your circle right now. How many people think that if the opportunity came for someone to snitch on you, if let's say they was getting 20 years, but the opportunity came for them to say, if you can tell me what your friends are doing in your circle that's illegal, we'll cut that sentence in half. How many people feel like my friends would never tell? My friends would never tell. To the death. One for all and all for one. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Y'all know nothing about no Thundercat. How many people feel like that? My friends would never tell on me. They will never tell. And how many people say, you know what, I just probably, goddamn it, I'll probably be in jail then because I know they gonna snitch. Somebody says, I'm not snitching unless you somebody who I felt don't care about me. Then if it's that, I get it. Here's the thing, right? Until you, what Hassan Campbell said, until you walk in somebody's shoes, you don't understand, you know what I'm saying, what decisions they have to make. I agree with that. I apologize, Hassan, because I've been on your case. I've been on your case. I've been at your head, bruh. You don't know until you're in someone's shoes and you're talking, and it's like this. You don't know unless you have the gun pointed at your head. Huh? You don't know until you at the edge of the cliff if you're gonna jump or not. We can talk about it. We can analyze it. We can say, you know what? Hey, I would have never did it. I would have never did it. And those same people that said I would have never did it would have been the first to do it. Would have been the first people to goddamn do it. So I apologize, Hassan Campbell, because what you said made me want to go check that interview out for myself, because in my mind, this guy's a damn dirty snitch. He's a dirty snitch. And I didn't get the whole story, but when he broke it down, and it wasn't, here's the thing. It's one thing when someone's trying to tell a story, and it's one thing when someone just tells the story. You know what I'm saying? When you trying real hard to make somebody else look bad, but it's another thing just to tell the story and let that person decide for themselves. I'm gonna tell you right now, Tekashi 6ix9ine interviewed himself. Congratulations and kudos to Tekashi 6ix9ine for interviewing himself, for letting people know, listen, how many people would be loyal to people that were disloyal to them just so that way they don't upset the street code. And I think it's a lot of people, Meek Mills, Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, all them motherfuckers. I think that they would have did the same thing. They wouldn't have did no time. They wouldn't have did no time. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, fellas. Your homeboy slept with your girl, right? And you had an opportunity to tell on him or to do something, some type of revenge or whatever. Would you do it or would you let it slide? Would you do it, or would you let it slide? Would you do something about it, or would you just let it slide? Hey, that's my homeboy. Mi casa, su casa. Would you do it? Would you do something about it? Or would you say, you know what, hey, man, she was for the streets. Real deal said revenge all day. Gang, gang. Huh? Would you do it? I appreciate the like. Thank you. Make sure y'all subscribe, too. But this is some real shit. I'm telling you right now, it was an eye-opener because it's like, you know, being a street dude, you know what I'm saying? Being someone from the urban community, you look at it and you say, that's something embedding in you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ingrained in you. You don't tell the police. Shut your mouth up. You better not say nothing. Did you see nothing? Nope. Nope. I'm Ray Charles. Nope. I'm Stevie Wonder. Huh? I'm not saying nothing. I'm Helen Keller. So when you have someone that snitches and they're able to walk around, of course with security, but the fact of the matter, they still breathing, they still talking shit, they making money. It's like people are kind of rethinking the strategy on snitching. But here's the thing, you know, he lucked up and definitely, you know what I'm saying, is doing his thing. But my thing about it is how many people would have said, I'm snitching. I'm telling. I'm not going to be loyal to disloyal people. I see you, real deal, definitely. Hey, I'm only going to be loyal to the people that's loyal to me. But here's the thing. See, some of y'all missing the motherfucking point. Y'all missing the point. Y'all need some water. Y'all need some water. Huh? Why do you need water? Because your mind is dehydrated. You're missing a point. If you are a part of an organization, if you're a part of a gang, if you're a part of a mafia, whatever it is that you say you're a part of, and here's the thing, bottom end of the day, you don't snitch on your homies. How many people would have been brave enough to do that? Because you got to understand, if I can't get to you, I'm going to get to somebody in your family. So if I snitch, it's not just me, it's everybody that's around me. How many people believe that? So it's not just that I'm snitching, and now everyone in this organization, my mama, my daddy, my sister, now they're coming after them. So it's bigger than that. And I was just looking at it, and I didn't realize that until he was breaking it down, and I'm saying, God damn, I didn't realize this shit. You know, like it didn't, I realized it, but I didn't until someone speaks it out loud. You see what I'm saying? And it's almost sounding like it's crazy as hell because you got a man that honestly should be dead right now. I really did not believe Tekashi 6ix9ine would even be alive. You know what I'm saying? Shot it definitely is foul. But I didn't think he was going to be alive this long. I really didn't. I heard he was getting out. I heard he snitched. And I just said, okay, well, I mean, Pop Smoke died before him. You see what I'm saying? Like all of these other people died before he did. And it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling anyone, definitely, no one's saying 6ix9ine is innocent. We're not saying he's innocent. What I'm saying is how many people would, if put in that position, would you snitch? And what would be the reasons to cause you to snitch? Case in point, let's put you in Tekashi's place. We're gonna put y'all in Tekashi's place, right? Somebody said, would you? Don't try to motherfucker ask me no personal questions. Don't ask me no goddamn personal questions. You trying to make me have a tough conversation? This tough love, I made tough love, and I ain't gotta answer your questions. No, listen. Okay, would I snitch? No, I'll just mess with you. Would I snitch? I'm telling y'all, man, I was feeling I'm telling you, I was understanding as a father, as a black man, as a person that values their freedom and values their serenity. Like I could leave and go wherever I want to go, do what I want to do for the most part. and you got a bunch of disloyal, ungrateful ass people that's supposed to be riding for me, and they doing me wrong, bruh. Hey, listen. Give me a recorder. Give me a pen and paper. I'm gonna Facebook Live this shit right now. This is what they did. Like seriously, like I don't think that I would want to give my life up to support the lives of other people that don't give a damn about me. That's proven they don't give a shit about me. And I think here's the thing when we talk about snitching, I think it changes depending on who you snitching on. You understand what I'm saying? If people never did anything to you, I think that's what cringes us when we talk about snitching. Because if we've been loyal to you, we pulled you into the family. You know what I'm saying? We treated you with dignity and respect. We loved you. We protected you. We treated you like one of our own. And you go and you tell the police and you rat us out. I think that's totally different than we disrespected you. We kicked you. We made sure that you was down. Every time you chose to win, we did something to make sure that you lost. Everything that you considered to be happy and serene and the things that you thought that was your own, we took from you. We degraded you. We embarrassed you. We ran amok with you. I think it's different. Yeah, I'm going to tell on your ass. Get the fuck. Look, bro. If you say it's me versus you, then guess who's gonna lose? Guess who's gonna lose? If it's me versus you, as soon as you draw the line and you say it's me versus you, you an opponent. You the ops. You adversary. Huh? You're not on my team. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's me versus you, and I gotta put some points on the board. I gotta put points on the board. I gotta score. My family's depending on me to come back home. Huh? I'm telling, and then I'm going to Waffle House. I'm telling that I'm going to Waffle House. I'm just saying, like, I'm not even going. I probably wouldn't even lose no sleep. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like the Tekashi 6ix9ine, there is a way to snitch. And I really wouldn't even call it snitching. You know what I'm saying? The fact that, of course, he cooperated with the police, but I think that people need to understand, if it's you versus somebody else, 9 times out of 10, the people are going to choose themselves. Not too many people are that gallant to be like, oh, well, I'll just do the time. It's all good. Not too many people going to do that. Not too many people going to do that. So you need to think about, if you're in a gang, if you like, hey, I love the streets. I'm in the streets, gang, right? And I'm doing all of these things, and I think that I'm untouchable. I think you need to reevaluate your shit. This is a public service announcement because there is a state of emergency. I think that we need to evaluate the people that surround us and what they're putting us in. Because here's the thing, you could be involved in a situation. Let's say, hey, you know, you get into a car, the car is stolen. You get into a car, your homeboy got a gun, and the gun got 3 bodies on it, right? So now the police pull y'all in and they're asking you, hey, listen, you got 3 bodies on here. Okay, now we don't know which one of y'all the shooter, but if you don't start talking, we're gonna put time on both of y'all. You gonna start talking? Huh? Are you gonna start talking? You need to check the friends that you have around you. You need to check the friends that's going to put you in situations that's going to cause you to have to sit in front of the police and say, that ain't my gun. That's his gun. For those people that don't know about the whole 6ix9ine thing or whatever case may be, 6ix9ine, again, okay, just a small recap. 6ix9ine, okay, Tekashi 6ix9ine, because I know some people don't know what hell I'm talking about or whatever case may be. But Tekashi 6ix9ine Okay, grew up in New York or whatever, Mexican kid, and grew up in New York, Mexican kid, and grew up around a lot of black kids. Okay. However, he didn't have street cred. He didn't have, that I'm a blood, I'm a Crip, I'm a this, I'm a that, right? So what he did was he said once he got into the whole music biz or whatever case may be, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna find somebody with street cred. So once you find those people with street cred, okay, well, we gonna jump you in, or we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we gonna do something to get you in. He brought his way in. He paid them money to be affiliated with that particular gang. And by getting that street cred, that made him, you know what I'm saying, feel pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You go from somebody that don't, you know what I'm saying, no one gives you respect, to the people in the street giving you respect because of the fact that you have people around you who get respect. So it's almost like an oxymoron. They get respect, so yeah, I'm gonna get respect too. What was happening was when you put street people around you, they do street people shit. That's what happened. So while he was around them, of course, he was using them to go beat people up, to threaten people. He was definitely exercising the street influence that he had. So he wasn't he wasn't all goddamn he wasn't innocent. However, the fact of the matter is that once the feds got involved, of course they looking at, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. Drugs, guns, money embezzlement, all of this other stuff or whatever. Now we pull in Tekashi because we know Tekashi ain't no gangster. We know Tekashi ain't no gangster. Y'all are gangsters. So if we pull Tekashi in, guess what Tekashi's going? He has a choice to make, ladies and gentlemen. It's not if he going to Disney World. It's not if we, you know what I'm saying, we're what movie we going with Netflix and chill. No. He has a choice to make about the people that he hired to be cool with, to make him look cool and give him street cred. He got a goddamn choice to make. And the choice was made fundamentally easy. Fundamentally easy. And when I say fundamentally easy, that means when you break it down and you listen to why he made that choice. Any man that has a heart that has feelings, any woman that has a heart that has feelings would have said, hell no, I'm snitching. You slept with who? You took money from who? You tried to kidnap who? You put your hands on who? Stop lying. And once he broke it down, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, I can see why the hell he snitched. I can see it. But here's the thing, it's like, for the people that say, I wouldn't have done it, I don't believe you. You's a motherfucking lie. I don't believe you. Some of the people that say, oh, I wouldn't have did this and I wouldn't have did this, dude, you've never been, listen, let me say something. People talk shit who's never been faced with shit. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? This tough love, I'm Mario J, people. People talk shit who's never been faced with shit. If you've never had a gun pointed at your head, don't talk greasy. Don't talk greasy. If you've never had a knife fight, don't talk greasy when it comes to certain things. You see what I'm saying? I had a gun pointed to my head, right? Let's say I had a gun pointed to my head. And I go and tell my friend about it. And my friend was like, man, what I would have did was... What you mean what you would have did? Huh? You don't know what you would have did until it happened. Until you in the moment. Somebody says Hassan's still talking greasy. Hassan is a Hassan Campbell's interesting, man. I done seen like hundreds of videos about Hassan Campbell. You know what's so funny, man? I would like to have a conversation with Hassan Campbell and find out what is his angle right now in regards to because he likes to say I'm helping people. This is for the youth, right? For the youth. But a lot of his commentary does not depict the helping of children. So I'm kind of confused about Hassan Campbell. However, again, I like to listen to different people to get different perspectives on just not only the black culture or you know, the black communities, but just how people think and how they maneuver or whatever case may be. I think that he does have some good intentions. I think that Hassan Campbell has been he's been altered. You know, I think his street life with being incarcerated, with the things that happened to him as a child, his mindset is something wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong. Somebody say he's a fraud. I'm not here to depict if he's a fraud or not. What I'm saying is, I'm telling you that there's something off about Hassan Campbell, and I would not feel comfortable leaving him with my children. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't feel comfortable saying, you can go stay over Uncle Hassan's house. I think the other day he was waving a gun around and giving out his address on social media where his children are. You know, if you already know that you have people that don't like you or people that want to do you harm, you know, why would you give out the address to your home where your children are? You know what I'm saying? It's something off. You know, somebody said yes yesterday. So, I mean, my thing about it is I wanted to give, you know, I wanted to, you know, a small apology to Hassan Campbell because, you know, I didn't give him no credit, you know, the past couple months, honestly, because I believe that he uses his platform to, I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the angle of his Hassan Campbell's platform, but I do believe that people are listening to him, and I think that the angle of talking about child molestation and pedophilia and keeping our children safe, I think that's what, you know, I think that's what gets people to say, let me see what this brother has to say. So if that's his angle, to protect the kids, to protect the youth, then cool. Then cool. You know, I'm all for that. Would love to talk to that brother, man. Would love to talk to him and just, you know, refresh. You know what I'm saying? If that's still his angle or not. I don't know. But I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, again, you know what I'm saying, I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, there were some things that he was saying that made me want to go check Tekashi 6ix9ine's interview for myself. And when I checked the interview out, Tekashi 6ix9ine interview on the Shade Room, I understood that you had a difficult decision to make, and you made it with a heavy heart, but you made it, you know what I'm saying, feeling like you had no choice. It was you versus them. And they drew the line in the sand and said, we ain't on the same team. And if we're not on the same team, I have to score for me. I got to put up points for me. I got to run this touchdown. I got to make this basket. I have to do this for me. So when you do that, that's the end result. The end result is someone gets burned. I would suggest that you guys make sure that the circle that you're in don't put you in that predicament. I would suggest you examine the circle that you're in before you're sitting somewhere and they saying, hey, who gun is this? Who gun is this? Because here's the thing, when it comes to people losing time, losing money, and they're threatened, their livelihood is threatened, people have a way of changing up. They have a way of reevaluating certain loyalties, certain friendships. So if you have people around you, just for the smallest things, they change up, right? You always there for people, but when you need them, they not there. They never apologize for being wrong. They got toxic behavior. Hey, don't curse around my kids. No, fuck that. The smallest things they're inconsistent with. Can you imagine something major like someone saying they have in their hands your life, your livelihood, and depending on if they cooperate or not, will it lessen their time? Well, I can tell you about Mario J. If you lessen my time, Do you have those type of people around you? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to subscribe. I think this channel is needed because we have the tough conversations. We talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's about building people up and bringing people together, empowering people, whatever it can be. So I am really hoping that you guys subscribe. I'm hoping that you like. I'm hoping that you leave feedback. I don't know why it takes so long for my lives to post, but when it posts, hey, make sure that you share it, etc. Y'all have a great day, man. I hope that you guys are really happy with what you're doing, what you're accomplishing in your life. And if you feel like, you know, you just slowly getting there, every day should be a moment of progress for you. I'm Mario J. This is Tough Love. Ladies and gentlemen, adult up. Peace.